Have you ever felt that your dog was trying to tell you something, but you simply couldn't understand what it was? Perhaps it was that lingering stare, the sudden pacing around the house, or the way they rested their head on you at an unexpected moment, leaving you with the unmistakable feeling that there was a message hidden behind the behavior. Many dog owners believe these actions are random or insignificant, yet the truth is far more fascinating. Dogs are constantly communicating with us, using a sophisticated language of body signals and emotional cues that often go unnoticed. In the first few seconds of this video, imagine realizing that your dog has been trying to express needs, emotions, or even discomfort all along, and that understanding these signals could dramatically transform the bond you share. From subtle changes in posture to repetitive behaviors that seem harmless at first glance, each action carries meaning and intention, revealing what your dog feels, needs, or fears in a specific moment. By learning to recognize these signs, you not only improve your pet's well-being but also strengthen trust, reduce anxiety, and create a deeper emotional connection. Throughout this video, you will discover 7 powerful signs that indicate your dog is trying to communicate with you, helping you respond with empathy and confidence while ensuring a happier and more harmonious life together. Living with a dog is a deeply enriching experience, yet many owners underestimate how complex and intentional canine communication truly is. Unlike humans, dogs do not rely on words to express their needs or emotions. Instead, they use a subtle and sophisticated combination of body language, vocalizations, and behavioral patterns to convey what they are feeling at any given moment. Every wag of the tail, shift in posture, or change in daily habits can carry a specific message, revealing whether a dog is experiencing joy, anxiety, discomfort, or a desire for connection. Understanding these signals is essential not only for strengthening the emotional bond between you and your dog, but also for ensuring their physical and psychological well-being. When these signs are overlooked or misinterpreted, it can lead to frustration on both sides, often resulting in behavioral issues that could have been prevented through attentive observation and empathy. By learning to interpret your dog's attempts at communication, you become more responsive to their needs, fostering a relationship built on trust, safety, and mutual understanding. Throughout this video, we will explore 7 meaningful signs that indicate your dog is trying to communicate something important. Each sign is rooted in canine psychology and reflects natural instincts shaped by evolution and domestication. By the end, you will not only recognize these behaviors with greater clarity, but also feel more confident in responding to them in a way that enhances your dog's happiness and quality of life. If you enjoy learning more about canine behavior and want to deepen the connection with your dog, consider subscribing to the channel, as each video is thoughtfully designed to help you better understand your pet and provide them with a healthier, happier, and more balanced life. Sign 1: the persistent stare. One of the most powerful and often misunderstood ways dogs communicate with their owners is through sustained eye contact. When your dog looks at you intently, holding your gaze for longer than usual, this behavior is rarely random. Instead, it represents a deliberate attempt to convey a specific message. In many cases, a persistent stare is your dog's way of seeking attention, expressing affection, or requesting something essential, such as food, playtime, or the need to go outside. This silent form of communication is deeply rooted in the bond between humans and dogs, strengthened over thousands of years of domestication. From a psychological perspective, mutual eye contact between a dog and its owner triggers the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, in both species. This hormonal response reinforces emotional attachment and trust, making the gaze not only a request but also a meaningful expression of connection. However, the context in which the stare occurs is crucial for accurate interpretation. For instance, a relaxed body posture combined with soft eyes typically indicates affection or a gentle request, while a rigid stance or intense, unblinking gaze may signal discomfort, anxiety, or even a warning that the dog feels threatened. To respond appropriately, it is essential to observe accompanying body language and environmental cues. If the stare occurs near the door, your dog may need to go outside. If it happens around mealtime, hunger could be the message. By acknowledging and responding to these visual cues with sensitivity and consistency, you not only meet your dog's immediate needs but also strengthen communication and mutual understanding, fostering a relationship built on trust and emotional harmony. Sign 2. Following you everywhere. Another meaningful sign that your dog is trying to communicate something is the tendency to follow you from room to room, a behavior that many owners affectionately describe as having a shadow. While this constant companionship is often interpreted simply as a display of love, it can carry a variety of messages depending on the context and the dog's emotional state. In its most positive form, following you reflects a strong social bond, as dogs are naturally pack-oriented animals that seek proximity to those they trust for safety, comfort, and connection. From a psychological standpoint, this behavior is deeply rooted in a dog's evolutionary history, where staying close to the group increased chances of survival. When your dog calmly accompanies you with relaxed body language, soft eyes, and a gentle demeanor, it usually indicates affection and a desire for shared experiences. In these situations, your presence provides reassurance and emotional stability, reinforcing the sense of belonging that is essential to a dog's well-being. However, it is important to recognize that persistent following can also signal underlying anxiety, particularly separation-related stress. If your dog appears restless, becomes distressed when unable to maintain visual contact, or exhibits behaviors such as whining, pacing, or destructive actions when you leave, the message may be a plea for reassurance and security. Distinguishing between healthy attachment and anxiety requires careful observation of accompanying signals and patterns over time. To respond appropriately, encourage your dog's independence while maintaining emotional support by establishing predictable routines, providing environmental enrichment, and rewarding calm behavior when they remain relaxed in your absence. By understanding the motivation behind this shadowing behavior, you not only address your dog's emotional needs but also foster a balanced relationship built on trust, confidence, and mutual respect. Sign 3. Excessive licking. Excessive licking is another significant sign that your dog may be trying to communicate something important, and although it is often interpreted simply as a gesture of affection, this behavior can carry a variety of emotional and psychological meanings depending on the context in which it occurs. Dogs frequently lick their owner's hands, faces, or even objects as a way of expressing attachment and reinforcing social bonds, a behavior rooted in their early interactions with their mothers and littermates, where licking played a crucial role in nurturing and communication. From a behavioral perspective, moderate licking is typically a positive and reassuring sign, indicating trust, submission, or a desire for social connection. However, when licking becomes persistent or obsessive, it may signal underlying emotional states such as anxiety, stress, or boredom. In some cases, dogs use repetitive licking as a self-soothing mechanism, helping them cope with environmental changes, lack of mental stimulation, or feelings of insecurity. Additionally, excessive licking directed toward specific areas of their own bodies can indicate physical discomfort, allergies, pain, or other medical issues that may require veterinary attention. Understanding the context and frequency of this behavior is essential for interpreting the message your dog is attempting to convey. Observing accompanying signals, such as restlessness, changes in appetite, or withdrawal from normal activities, can provide valuable clues about whether the licking is emotionally or physically motivated. To respond appropriately, ensure that your dog receives adequate physical exercise, mental enrichment, and emotional reassurance, while also seeking professional guidance if the behavior persists or intensifies. By recognizing excessive licking as a meaningful form of communication rather than a random habit, you enhance your ability to meet your dog's emotional and physical needs, ultimately strengthening the bond and promoting a healthier, more balanced life together. Sign 4. Bringing you objects. When your dog repeatedly brings you toys, household items, or even seemingly random objects, this behavior goes far beyond a simple invitation to play, representing a meaningful attempt to communicate needs, emotions, and social intentions. While many owners interpret this gesture solely as a request for interaction, it can also signify trust, a desire for mental stimulation, or even an effort by the dog to share something valuable with a member of their social group. From an evolutionary perspective, this action is linked to ancestral hunting behaviors, where canines would retrieve and present resources to strengthen social bonds within the pack. In a positive and relaxed context, bringing objects is often a clear invitation for engagement, signaling that your dog is seeking playtime, attention, or shared activity. This type of interaction is essential for maintaining both physical health and psychological well-being, as it provides an outlet for energy and reinforces the emotional connection between dog and owner. When accompanied by a wagging tail, playful posture, and alert but relaxed body language, the message is typically one of excitement and a desire for companionship. However, the meaning of this behavior can vary depending on frequency and intensity. If your dog persistently brings objects and appears restless or unable to settle, it may indicate boredom or insufficient mental stimulation. In some cases, it can also function as an appeasement gesture, particularly in environments where the dog is seeking reassurance or attempting to reduce social tension. Observing the surrounding circumstances and accompanying signals is therefore essential for accurate interpretation. To respond effectively, engage in interactive play, provide puzzle toys, and establish regular routines that satisfy your dog's cognitive and emotional needs. By recognizing this behavior as a deliberate form of communication, you not only address your dog's immediate desires but also nurture a deeper relationship built on trust, cooperation, and mutual understanding. Sign 5. Yawning outside of sleep context. Yawning is commonly associated with tiredness, yet in the world of canine behavior, this subtle action can carry a much deeper meaning, especially when it occurs outside the context of rest or sleep. When your dog yawns during moments of interaction, training, exposure to new environments, or even in the presence of unfamiliar people or animals, it is often a clear signal that they are attempting to communicate emotional discomfort or stress. Rather than indicating fatigue, this type of yawn functions as a calming signal, a concept widely recognized in canine psychology as a way for dogs to diffuse tension and promote social harmony. From a behavioral standpoint, calming signals are part of a sophisticated communication system that dogs use to avoid conflict and express their emotional state without resorting to aggression. When a dog yawns in a potentially stressful situation, it may be signaling feelings of uncertainty, anxiety, or overstimulation, effectively communicating a need for space, reassurance, or a reduction in environmental pressure. This behavior can also be directed toward their owners, serving as a gentle request to slow down an interaction that may be overwhelming, such as an intense training session or excessive physical affection. To interpret this signal accurately, it is essential to observe accompanying body language, including lip licking, turning the head away, flattened ears, or a tense posture, all of which can reinforce the message of discomfort. Responding with empathy by reducing stimuli, offering a calm environment, and allowing the dog to regain a sense of security can significantly enhance their emotional well-being. By recognizing yawning as a meaningful form of communication rather than a simple sign of tiredness, you become better equipped to support your dog's psychological needs and strengthen the trust that forms the foundation of your relationship. Sign 6. Sudden changes in sleeping habits. Sudden changes in your dog's sleeping habits can be a powerful and often overlooked sign that they are trying to communicate something important about their emotional or physical well-being. While dogs naturally spend a significant portion of their day resting, noticeable shifts in where, how, or how long they sleep may indicate underlying needs or concerns that deserve careful attention. These changes are rarely random and often reflect a response to environmental, psychological, or health-related factors. For instance, if your dog begins sleeping closer to you than usual, it may be expressing a need for comfort, security, or reassurance, particularly during periods of change such as moving to a new home, the arrival of a new family member, or exposure to unfamiliar sounds and routines. This behavior highlights the dog's reliance on social bonds for emotional stability, reinforcing the idea that proximity to trusted individuals provides a sense of safety and belonging. Conversely, if a typically social dog starts isolating itself or sleeping in hidden or distant areas, this may signal stress, anxiety, pain, or illness, serving as a subtle plea for help that should not be ignored. Additionally, significant increases in sleep duration can be associated with boredom, depression-like states, or underlying medical conditions, while restlessness, frequent awakenings, or difficulty settling may indicate discomfort, cognitive changes in older dogs, or heightened anxiety. Observing these patterns in conjunction with other behavioral or physical signs is essential for accurately interpreting the message your dog is attempting to convey. To respond effectively, maintain a consistent routine, Ensure that your dog has a comfortable and secure resting environment, and seek veterinary guidance if these changes persist or are accompanied by other concerning symptoms. By recognizing alterations in sleeping habits as a meaningful form of communication, you can address potential issues early and foster a deeper sense of trust, safety, and well-being in your dog's life. Sign 7. Leaning against you. Another powerful and deeply emotional sign that your dog is trying to communicate with you is the act of leaning their body against you. While this behavior may seem simple or even casual at first glance, it carries profound meaning within the context of canine psychology. When a dog leans into you, it is often expressing trust, affection, and a desire for security, using physical contact as a way to strengthen the emotional bond and feel reassured by your presence. This gesture reflects the social nature of dogs, who instinctively seek closeness with members of their pack to establish safety and connection. In many situations, leaning is a clear sign of comfort and love, especially when accompanied by relaxed body language, soft eyes, and calm breathing. It can occur during quiet moments at home, in unfamiliar environments, or even in situations where the dog feels slightly uncertain and seeks reassurance. However, context remains essential for accurate interpretation. If the leaning behavior appears suddenly and is paired with signs of distress, such as trembling, excessive panting, or avoidance, it may indicate anxiety or discomfort, signaling a need for emotional support. In rarer cases, persistent leaning can also be associated with physical discomfort or balance issues, making attentive observation crucial. Responding to this behavior with gentle acknowledgement, calm affection, and reassurance helps reinforce your dog's sense of safety and deepens the mutual trust that defines a healthy human-canine relationship. By recognizing leaning as a meaningful form of communication, you become more attuned to your dog's emotional world, fostering a connection built on empathy and understanding. As you reflect on these 7 signs, consider how many times your dog may have tried to communicate with you in subtle ways that went unnoticed. Now that you can interpret these signals with greater clarity, take a moment to observe your companion more closely and ask yourself, what might your dog be trying to tell you right now?